Welcome to my channel Young and the Restless Official, where you can get news about. For more information, kindly subscribe and follow, and I am your buddy. Now let's get started. The Young and the Restless sees Audra Charles, Zuleika Silver, has finally had enough of Summer Newman's, Allison Lanier, incessant rants and takes a stand. At the same time, Billy Abbott, Jason Thompson, is seemingly preparing to stab someone in the back. The drama unfolds as Summer continues to falsely accuse Audra of being a negative influence on Harrison Abbott, Redding Munsell, despite Audra never having met the child and having no plans to. CBS soap opera fans know Kyle Abbott, Michael Mealer, is upset with Summer for lying about Phyllis Summers, Michelle Stafford, being alive, a lie that resulted in his mother, Diane Jenkins, Susan Walters, being falsely imprisoned. Audra, who was once Kyle's casual partner, is now in a relationship with Tucker McCall, Trevor St. John, leading to further friction between Kyle and Summer. YR also sees that Billy Abbott, on the other hand, is growing increasingly frustrated with Chelsea Lawson Newman, Melissa Claire Egan, and her evasive responses. Amidst all this, Victor Newman, Eric Braden, is trying to unravel the truth behind Summer's accusations against Audra. Billy and Audra prepare to take drastic steps, while Summer continues her tirade. With Billy threatening to fire Lily Winters, Crystal Khalil, and Chelsea revealing shocking secrets, the CBS soap opera promises a dramatic week ahead. Get all your daily Young and the Restless spoilers and news here at Young and the Restless Official. And stay tuned for updates on your favorite characters' fates. In the swanky confines of Genoa City's most elite restaurant, a tense atmosphere loomed over the dining area. It was supposed to be a night of celebration, with the restaurant's anniversary drawing the city's elite, but behind the polished veneer of the event, danger simmered just beneath the surface. Audra Charles, dressed in an impeccably tailored black dress, was an enigma of both beauty and menace. She moved through the crowd with calculated grace, her eyes scanning the room with an intensity that suggested she was looking for more than just a good time. As she sipped her champagne, she maintained a facade of elegance, but a storm was brewing in her mind. Audra had a vendetta, and her target was none other than Summer Newman. Summer was the epitome of the high society's charm and sophistication, but she had unknowingly crossed paths with Audra's dark intentions. As Summer navigated the room, engaging in polite conversation and offering her radiant smile, she couldn't shake the feeling that something was amiss. Her intuition was rarely wrong. Meanwhile, in a secluded corner of the restaurant's kitchen, Billy Abbott was at work. The noise of clattering dishes and the occasional hiss of the gas burners served as an ironic backdrop to his grim task. Billy stood hunched over a wooden cutting board, his focus solely on the knives laid before him. His hands moved with precision, honing and sharpening each blade with meticulous care. The knives gleamed ominously under the harsh kitchen lights, their edges reflecting a glint of something more sinister than mere culinary utility. Billy's thoughts were consumed by the recent turmoil in his life. His usual charm had been replaced by a steely resolve as he prepared for a confrontation he felt was inevitable. The troubles with his family, the business, and his fractured relationships had all led him to this moment. The sharp knives were a metaphor for his readiness to cut through the deceit and betrayal he perceived around him. As Billy finished his work and wiped the sweat from his brow, he pocketed a knife and headed toward the restaurant floor. His determined stride indicated that he was not in the mood for small talk. "Summer, dear," Audra's voice cut through the din of the party with chilling clarity. Summer turned, her smile faltering as she took in the intensity of Audra's expression. "We need to have a little chat." Summer's eyes widened slightly. She could tell that Audra wasn't here for pleasantries. "What's this about, Audra?" Summer asked, her voice steady but laced with curiosity and concern. Audra stepped closer, her tone dropping to a whisper. "I think you know exactly what this is about. You've meddled in things you don't understand, and now you've put yourself in my path." The tension in the air thickened. Summer's mind raced, trying to piece together why Audra would target her so venomously. The stakes were high, and she knew that whatever this was, it was far from over. Before Summer could respond, a sudden commotion from the kitchen area drew their attention. Billy emerged, his presence commanding and his demeanor resolute. He had been watching from the shadows, aware of the brewing confrontation. "Everything all right here?" Billy's voice was calm, but there was an edge to it that hinted at the volatility beneath. Audra's gaze shifted to Billy, her lips curling into a sly smile. "Billy Abbott. I should have known you'd be lurking around. Seems like we all have our secrets tonight." Billy's eyes narrowed as he took in the scene. "This is between Summer and me," he said, his voice cold and unyielding. "And I suggest you keep your distance, Audra." Audra's smile widened. "Oh, Billy, always so dramatic. But I suppose you're right. This is between Summer and me." She turned her attention back to Summer, her expression hardening. "And our conversation isn't over. We'll continue this elsewhere." Summer's heart pounded as Audra's threat hung in the air. She glanced at Billy, searching for any sign of reassurance. Billy's eyes met hers, and for a brief moment, she saw the protective fire that had always been a part of him. As Audra retreated, her departure was as calculated as her arrival. Billy's presence provided a temporary shield, but the night was far from over. The tension remained palpable, like a storm brewing on the horizon. Billy's expression softened slightly as he turned to Summer. "Are you all right?" he asked, his voice carrying a genuine concern. Summer nodded, though her mind was still reeling from the confrontation. "I'm fine, thanks to you. But what was that all about? What does Audra want?" Billy's gaze grew distant as he contemplated the answer. "Audra's got her own agenda, and it's personal. She's got a vendetta against you, and I think she's just getting started. We need to be careful." The night's festivities continued around them, but the shadows of danger loomed larger than ever. As Billy and Summer stood together, the air crackled with unspoken fears and unresolved conflicts. The sharpened knives in Billy's hands and Audra's threatening demeanor were clear indicators that the battle for control in Genoa City was far from over. With the echoes of Audra's threats and Billy's preparations, it was clear that the stakes had been raised. The delicate balance of power in Genoa City was shifting, and the players were readying themselves for the next move. As the night wore on, everyone in the restaurant seemed to sense that something had changed forever.